know quite a bit about cows, but did you know that they're responsible for 20% of the methane gas emissions in the United States, more specifically from their births? So, that 20% is only the beginning. Methane is just one gas that contributes to the greenhouse effect, which is the warming that results when the atmosphere traps heat rising from the Earth to space. Most scientists have come to the conclusion that the human expansion of the greenhouse effect is the main cause of climate change. However, just as human activities impact the climate, climate change can also have very negative effects on us. I've been researching the topic of climate change this last week or so, and so today I will be teaching you about the evidence behind climate change, the causes of climate change, and the effects of climate change. So let's start with the evidence. In his 2006 book titled The Winds of Change, Eugene Linden states that climate specialists first started worrying about the possibility of climate change in the 1970s. Now, the evidence of climate change, and more specifically global warming, is pretty obvious and almost everywhere. Let's start with sea levels. Sea levels around the globe have risen approximately 6.7 inches in the last 100 years. In the past decade alone, they have almost doubled. According to the National Aeronautics and Space Administration website, all three major global surface temperature reconstructions show that Earth has warmed since 1880. 10 of the warmest years on record have occurred in the last 12 years. And research shows that surface temperatures are continually rising. Just another example of climate change are the shrinking ice sheets. Both Greenland and Antarctic ice sheets have slowly decreased over time. In his 2016 article published by the New York Times, John Schwartz states that warming pressure on the Antarctic ice sheet could help push sea levels higher by as much as 5 to 6 feet by the end of this century. So now that you've heard some of the causes of climate change, evidence of climate change, let's move to the causes. As stated before, most scientists agree that the main cause of climate change is the greenhouse effect. The four major gases that contribute to the greenhouse effect are water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. Carbon dioxide, which is emitted through processes such as plant and animal respiration and through the burning of fossil fuels, is the primary greenhouse gas. Greenhouse gases act as a blanket and prevent heat from escaping the atmosphere, which causes the Earth to warm. According to the EPA website, both variations in the sun's energy reaching Earth and changes in the reflectivity of Earth's atmosphere and surface contribute to climate change. However, these two causes do not explain recent climate changes. So since we've discussed a few of the causes, we will now move on to effects. The changing climate can have a wide variety of impacts. Some general impacts are change in rainfall, continually increasing temperature, longer period of drought, and increasingly intense tropical storms. On average, precipitation in the United States has increased since 1900. Droughts, heat waves, and tropical storms such as hurricanes are expected to become stronger and even more extreme. In the Midwest specifically, we can expect a few